Hello everyone. Hello. We're getting this up and running the way we usually do, which is always like the slow. One day I'll get a countdown timer. One day. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Blaming me.
No, that wasn't blaming you. That was me. The only problem is I only ever remember to check. Hey, by the way, we're here. Meg's off screen.
I meant to have it done for today.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's the countdown timer plan has been around for a bit. The problem is I only ever remember to look for a countdown timer like 5 minutes before stream, and the last time I did it, I actually took a lot longer to actually figure out. Hey, Meg, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
How are things going?
There will be a countdown timer. Guys, hold me to it. Next Wednesday in chat, if I'm chatting during the live stream and there wasn't a countdown timer,
Isn't.
I don't know, make me do it.
Yeah. No, I need to do it at some point. The problem is I have a lot of things happening at any given point, and I only focus on the ones that are the most important, like playing Hoplomachus Victorum, which is the game set up on the table, Hoplomachus Victorum, which is the game set up on the table in front of you at the moment. Honestly, the title here, live Q&A, Hoplomachus Victorum stuff, maybe, just because why not? Yeah, I always just go with whatever. It's like, why is my chat not doing this? Here we go. My chat's not doing this. Live chat. Here we go. There we go.
Oh my gosh,
okay.
What was happening?
It did this last week too. Where kind of I realized there's no chat and I was like, something's going on.
Everyone's
and I found
saying
it.
good morning, friends.
Good morning. How are you? Hi, Alex and Meg. Good morning. MTC.
Maybe it wasn't on this.
I don't know what that means. MTC. Can you hear us? I got it. Okay. Reed. There she is. Knew there was a reason I clicked. Yes, there was. I threw on the timestamp. I told you I won't actually troll you with the thumbnail lying. Oh, that's funny.
That's so nice.
That's funny because I put you in the thumbnail and you weren't on right away.
Oh, and you had said you were going to do that?
Yeah.
There were 2 chairs, though. That would actually be hilarious, though, if you had a second chair, but I never showed up.
Do it another time. We'll do it another time.
Yeah, Brojo says, can't wait for my copy of Hoplo to arrive. You are going to be so pleased and so happy.
Are you enjoying the game?
Oh. It's okay.
If you want, we played a little bit. We played for about an hour and a half last night on Camp Co-op on Twitch, so you can check that out if you've missed that. It's Twitch /camp_co-op. We play a bunch of stuff, primarily Gloomhaven. Last night we played Hoplomachus, and tonight I think we're playing Hoplomachus too. Isn't that the plan?
Maybe tomorrow night, if I could talk you into it.
Tomorrow night we're doing role-player adventures.
I know, but I really enjoy Hoplomachus.
But
successful.
What if you enjoy role-player adventures?
Then we're gonna have problems.
We already have problems.
Because I'm leaving Friday morning.
We already have problems. We'll figure it out. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, Meg. Good morning, successful. I mean, that's you. You have to say it.
I said it already.
Oh, cool.
I said good morning, successful.
I want to just acknowledge that he's not talking to me.
Yeah.
John.
You weren't even part of the conversation when I said it back to him.
That's probably why he's not talking to me. John, morning. I find my biggest obstacle in gaming is not having the energy mental capacity after work. Did you run into this prior to doing this full time? Yes. So John, for context, one of the things, I put out a video a while ago. Can't remember. I do lots of videos. But one of the videos I put out was, I can't remember the video, but I remember in the past talking about the concept of the idea of being tired, of being a long day of work and just being like, I'm done. I just want to throw on some bad TV in the background and just be done and not play a game. That is always something that's present. One of the silver linings of being a content creator is sometimes I'm like, well, yeah, I want to throw the TV on the background, but I have to play these games. I have a schedule. I have to get the video done. And I never regret it. It's just that initial hurdle. It's like, I'm tired, so I have to play something. And then we play it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's great. I had fun. Awesome. Let's do more. And so it's one of the trade-offs to the fact that the other side of the equation is sometimes you have to play games that you don't want to play as much. So there are downsides to being a content creator. Many, many downsides. But there's many, many upsides. And one of them is the fact that when you're tired, sometimes you persevere, and I don't regret it.
I would say, especially because I was working a lot full-time up until about a month ago, like in the office. And for something like that, the weekday is definitely good for a lighter game, games you enjoy. If it's a favorite you want to go back to. I can't tell you how many times I've played Ticket to Ride just to play something. And with that, like, if you can read rules ahead of time and learn it, if you have like a couple nights where you're tired, read rules one day and maybe even set up and look at the whole thing and then go back to it the next day. But that definitely happened to me a lot, that Friday through Sunday would become like the major, bigger gaming days. I wouldn't play Gloomhaven on a weekday.
Yeah, Friday, I mean, Saturday
Digital
to me,
I would, but not...
Saturday to me is still one of my bigger games. Actually, a little less than now. Saturday used to be my biggest gaming day because I'm offline for religious reasons, so it'd be where I played a lot of games. Having done this, I see Maxim. You haven't met Max?
No.
He's in person. He's local. You'll probably meet him at some point. Also, he wants to play Cloudspire.
Hey, Max.
Yeah, hey, Max. How's it going? We have to figure out a time to connect and whatnot. But
a Cloudspire tournament.
Yeah, well, that's the next level. Max is all next level.
I love running tournaments. That's my thing.
No, Max is awesome. We'll
do brackets. We'll do opponents' win percentages.
Are we playing it solo, co-op, or competitive?
It must be competitive if it's a tournament, unless it's teams.
I know, but you prefer Cloudspire. You think
I would be judging it and running the tournament.
Well, you'll be judging a lot of things. Anyways.
Especially you and your choices.
Max is awesome. Max had me pick up the entire Cloudspire. There were 2 people who I said yes to, and I regret both of them. I'll happily do it again, don't worry. But when I went to Origins, I had one person had me pick up Foundations of Rome, giant box Foundations of Rome, and then I had one person, Max, had me pick up all of Cloudspire. Not the base game. All of it. So I was walking back to my car. You know how far that hall is.
Yeah.
From my car to the thingamajiggy. Yeah. I walked there carrying Foundations of Rome like this and 2 bags of Cloudspire over my shoulders, just like walking along the hall. My shoulders hurt for like 2 days.
I still think that's not as bad as bringing the attic stuff in as an exhibitor. Going to the wrong, these heavy boxes going all the way down to the wrong door because it's like the hours for the exhibitors that we had to go all the way back around and then bring them like through the hall back to where the door. It was like we were here and then we had to go here just to go back to there.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. A lot. I've been doing a lot of carrying stuff for conventions apparently. Not even for me, just for other people, for exhibitors, for friends, just whatever. But Max is awesome is my point. That's my point.
Alright, so people just said, favorite Hoplo hero so far? So far we've only played as, what, is it Stygia?
Yeah, Stygia, yeah.
Stygiana. We played as the Argonaut dude as well, but only in the demo, so...
We've had a demo and we're going through the campaign.
Haven't played enough.
For context, the campaign is like 48 small mini sessions, so don't expect, like even when I review this, it's going to be a review based on one campaign.
You fight against a bunch of different units, and then you get the units as your own usable units. So far, the Vesuvians are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Camel Knight.
I like him. He's chunky.
Yeah, but the Camel Knight's protecting our hero.
He's so slow, though. He only has 1 speed.
I know, but all he's doing is playing backup.
Yeah, 1 speed is bad.
I love the Camel Knight.
Happy coffee time to you both. Do you have your coffee?
No, I finished my coffee. But it was coffee time.
Shout out to my Goosebumps mug, though.
Yeah. Old school.
Yeah.
Redfoot Clan, this is for you.
Meg, have you gotten to try Moonrakers with all the expansions? I'm interested to hear thoughts because I just went on a limb and late pledged for it. I haven't. I've only played base Moonrakers. I would love to play the expansions.
Right there on the shelf. We got it all.
Do you want to play the co-op?
Nope. Oh, the co-op, yes. Yes.
I thought you said no first.
Well, because Moonrakers is a game that I'll play at 4 players, and I'm like, no, like I don't want to play it right now because we don't have 4 players planned. We have 1 more player coming today. We don't have a 4-player game. 3-player Moonrakers is not bad. 4 players is still my preference.
I would love to try the co-op.
I would happily play the co-op. I will pull out the laptop.
Under my belt.
Yeah.
So no. Ask me about other games though. Warning. I picked up Hoplo because one of your late pledges videos, Alex. I'm relatively new to Kickstarter and I've missed the campaign, so I really appreciate the video series. Good job, Alex!
I'm overdue for a late pledge. Do you know what my late pledge videos are? Have you seen them?
I think so.
Yeah, my late pledge videos are basically 100 campaigns in about an hour and a half.
Which is insane.
It's exhausting. There's a reason I only do them once every quarter. So I do like every 3 months roughly, and I'm probably overdue for my next one. And it's every roughly 3 months.
Can we do top-down?
We can't, unfortunately. I didn't set up the camera beforehand, so I can't show them. I should have, honestly. The problem is I'd have to end the stream and restart based on how it works.
Well, we'll just tell them.
Yeah.
So for Hoplomachus, just to talk more about this game because I love it, the quality of it is awesome. I'll just pick it up.
What are you doing?
I'm just going to show them. Okay. There's this thing that holds like all the enemy chips and stuff and the dice, and I thought it was like for the demo versions, like just for the convention. No, this comes with every single copy, and it's really cool.
I don't know if you can see this on the screen.
It's
there we go. That's what we got right there.
Or go check out our Twitch video after this as well, because that shows a lot of top-down footage.
Yeah, there's a lot. The Twitch. You check out Twitch. Yeah. Camp Co-op. Make sure there's a sub over there. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, to the 83 people watching, if you have Amazon Prime, you can go ahead and give us a free sub over on Twitch. Costs you nothing. You have to do it every month, but if all 40,000 subscribers of mine went ahead and did that, that would be like $1 million a year for me, so I'd appreciate it, and it wouldn't cost you a thing. At some point, I'm going to have to do a video where I do this, by the way.
Unless you are a Twitch user and you regularly use your Prime sub for someone else, we don't want to take that.
Yeah, we're not trying to take away from others. We're just trying to take away from Amazon.
Yeah.
Screw Jeff Bezos. I don't actually mind Jeff Bezos, but if it makes you feel like you're going to give us money, I'll take it.
Alex, I told myself I was done with campaign games, but Nanolith is pulling me in. I hope it's as thematic as it looks.
So Nanolith is on Kickstarter. I just covered it. I am pulled in by Nanolith as well. I was not planning on backing it. I don't think I am backing it, he says, hopefully. I was compelled by Nanolith. Oh, maybe I'll show you.
If it's a campaign game, I was going to say we should look at it.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll pull this up. Maybe I'll show you the video for Nanolith doing this, and we'll see. Nanolith looks compelling. I will say that.
Good morning, Andrew. He says he likes my Star Wars shirt. There's more of it.
What's up?
It's a Star Wars shirt.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll show you Nanolith after. I think it'll be compelling to you. It looked very compelling.
Reed says judging you and your choices. I still don't know what that means.
Which
the C.
choice?
He was the one that said the C thing.
The open sea?
Yeah.
Open sea.
I don't know.
Reed, I don't get it. There's a meta joke here I'm not following. Let's see. Love Cloudspire. Maxim Get. Yes, that's Tones My Bones. I like the name. Solomon. Good morning. Early impressions. Hoplomachus, Victorum, or Too Many Bones. If it helps, Gloomhaven is my favorite game. Yes, I finished it twice. Meg, I'll let you answer that because I have different context.
Yeah,
I'll
I
come
would
to
say
it soon.
if Gloomhaven is your favorite game, you'd probably like Too Many Bones better. This is very Roman themed, I guess, like Roman mythological, whatever. It's the 4 weeks leading up to when Mount Vesuvius erupts. So I think that's only Rome, maybe, I don't know. So that, like, the theme is very, very different. This is a lot of, like, gods, like, we're gonna fight Pluto at the end. We have Amazonians, all that kind of stuff. Neptune people. So the theme is very different. That I think the theme of Too Many Bones is a lot more adjacent to, like, fantasy and Gloomhaven, and even, like, the cards to me are more fun.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the flavor text and stuff. Gameplay-wise, I enjoy this a lot more. So I think...
The Too Many Bones?
Yeah. I think if I had to play one or the other, I would play Hoplomachus. But I wish this was more fantasy-themed.
I am curious how your opinion... The reason I wanted you to answer
If this was fantasy-themed, it would be hands down. I would be like, I'm obsessed, and I'm not playing any other game.
I am curious how your opinion iterates upon playing more Too Many Bones.
And that's fair.
For me, I love Hoplomachus. Love it, love it. My first plays, I thought it was drifting towards potentially beating Too Many Bones. Right now, Too Many Bones is still locked in the top spot. Every time I play another game that rivals Too Many Bones, generally from Chip Theory games, I'm like, maybe, and then Too Many Bones locks it in.
And maybe Chip Theory will let me make a game, but I really like the dice and the upgrading. I'm just saying what I would do if I could have it all. I really like the dice and the upgrading and that part of Too Many Bones, but I think this map is a lot more fun and more engaging, and there's a lot more, like, thinky decisions in Hoplomachus. So I enjoy the maps and that setup better, but I enjoy the character play in Too Many Bones better.
Which means you might be interested in their, what's the word for it? What's the game they're doing again? Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls Oblivion is supposedly, from what they've said, they've released like small statements here and there. Supposedly it's generally Too Many Bones, but with a lot more adventure and maps and different.
So where I said if I could make a game, like, they did consult me on that actually, and that was my advice that I gave. Yeah.
No, I think both Hoplomachus and Too Many Bones are amazing, and I would, if I were giving a recommendation, ideally it would be based on asking you a few questions and telling you which one. They're both amazing. For myself, it's still Too Many Bones. I think Too Many Bones gives you more depth to the character upgrading experience and more variety to each individual campaign. And also one of the things I find interesting about Hoplomachus is 48 mini sessions.
Which I prefer.
But I
prefer, like, the length of feeling like it's a full campaign as opposed to how quick we did our characters. But we did a short...
Too Many Bones? You mean the short one, yes. Yeah. But I'm saying for me, I think when I play Too Many Bones, I feel I get a greater sense of variance to each experience, and because I'm playing 48 sessions in a row here, it feels like a little bit like it blurs into a degree of similarity, especially because sometimes you have the same arena in a row multiple times. So I love both, and for me, the edge of where Too Many Bones wins is small edges here and there, but also the depth of the character upgrading, I love. It's like over here, like when I play another hero here, I think it'll be a mostly similar experience. The heroes have their own different deck of prowess cards, which are a lot of fun to go through and a lot of fun to upgrade, but the nuance of a Too Many Bones character, it's gold. Absolute gold. But both are amazing.
But you don't know. Give it time. Come on.
Yeah. Do you play Ludo? Ludo as in
no.
What? I don't know what Ludo is. I'm going to say no.
Ludo's friend.
Yes, but what does it mean in context of this?
Know. What is your favorite Chip Theory game? We kind of went over that.
Just did that, yeah.
I want to play more Cloudspire, though, so I think that we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, Frederick Everson. Alex, Meg, still can't decide if I should get Lords of Ragnarok. It started to affect my sleep. Also, Meg, what's your favorite campaign game?
Definitely Gloomhaven.
Yes, fair. As far as affecting your sleep, I guess the way I'd put it is pretty simple. If you have the disposable income to buy Lords of Ragnarok and it's affecting your sleep, just buy yourself the peace of mind and just get it over with. If you don't have the disposable income, just resign yourself to the fact that you can't have every game. There'll be lots of great games you can't have, and you will find many great games you can have, and it's kind of cool. I think Lords of Ragnarok is amazing, make no mistake, but like I can give you games I prefer over Lords of Ragnarok, both within and without the area control genre.
Name two.
Okay, within the area control genre, I would say if you want Lords of Ragnarok, I still think Blood Rage beats it. As a cheaper, accessible game, which you don't need expansions, base game will do just fine. And with outside the Lords of Ragnarok genre, if you just want amazing miniatures and great, amazing gameplay that's nothing to do with Lords of Ragnarok at all, let's go with Oathsworn right now. Both great games. Although Oathsworn's also expensive, so I'm not helping you. That's cheaper. Hoplomachus Victorum, $150 for the all-in. We'll give you a different experience.
Yeah. But yeah, I absolutely love Gloomhaven. It's my favorite, but I've been playing more and more campaign games. Yes. We gotta start Madara.
We have a list. It's a long list. Laser Ninja, where's Hoplomachus if you ran Cloud Spire, Too Many Bones, and Burn Cycle? So I can answer that because I've played them all. My answer is 100% subject to change because I think Burn Cycle is kind of locked in where it is right now. Nothing's locked in, but it's established enough of where it is. Hoplomachus and Cloud Spire are still shifting at the moment. For right now, the order for me right now, if I had to answer instinctively, is Too Many Bones, Hoplomachus and Cloud Spire are too close for me to call. Just they're too freaking close. I can't do it. And then Burn Cycle. And I think Burn Cycle is amazing. To be very clear, it's just my least favorite from those four.
And I would say if you primarily play solo, if you enjoy campaign games, if you want something that will last a lot longer than Too Many Bones, Hoplomachus is great.
It's not a solo game.
What?
It's not a solo game. We get so much flack for playing this game. It's not a solo game. It's a solo game.
Playing it together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say it definitely gives you a longer experience. So I would appreciate it more if you're a solo player that you can continuously have something to bring out.
Reed.
I would do it.
Alex, I give Meg a lot of love because she's the guest, but I appreciate you too. Reed, I don't mind being appreciated. We actually joked about this yesterday because we continue the trend of every single person without, like Travis yesterday was the worst. Every single person without any kind of coordination, all they do is they manage to talk to each other, and they don't talk to each other. Every single person manages to go into the same pattern of trying to like push Meg up while like dinging me. I find it hilarious because they're all doing it. Keep doing it. It's all good.
Maybe it's because I hype you so much.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You're pretty good. Anyway, Stefan, what do you think about Folklore, the fiction, and add-ons? I've never played it.
I don't know.
When I looked into Folklore, I remember, because I've looked into all these games at some point or another. Some of them I've played, some of them I've bought, some of them I don't. Folklore, I remember looking into it and feeling that it felt like narrative was more of the focus and less the mechanics. And at the time that I looked into it, narrative was less pulling me in and mechanics were almost everything. If I looked into it again today, it's possible I'd make a different decision. I remember, and I'm not saying that I never played it, so they take it as a grain of salt. I just remember looking into it and thinking compelled, not compelled enough to go all in, and I like going all in. Yeah. Reed, dropping the tray as Alex cringes epic live stream. Yes. She dropped the tray on the cards. And these cards are waterproof. They're not like bend-proof. They probably are bend-proof. I'm not going to test it. We're not going to find out.
I'm clumsy.
Ryan, back Toppler. Really can't wait. My first CTG game. It's a good first.
Yeah.
That's another thing with this.
It's great.
I think this is possibly their most accessible.
Yeah.
From the ones I've played all four of their games now. I think this is likely the best and easiest to dive into. Like, Too Many Bones is a nightmare to dive into. Not like nightmare. That's probably extreme. It's hard. It's a lot of work. But yeah. Sean Marks, I've been pleasantly surprised by how awesome Reckoners is, especially with Steel Slayer. I know Alex likes the game. Have you tried it, Meg?
I haven't.
It was on your list of games you wanted to, didn't it? Was it you?
No.
No, someone else.
But I would try it.
It's co-op.
Let's do it.
Co-op. Ephraim Rivera, how disappointed are you with the Chai Tifa 2 Kickstarter? Which is your most disappointing Kickstarter ever? I'm not overly disappointed with the Chai Tifa 2. I mean, I know what you're talking about, and unless it's something new that I don't know about. I'm disappointed with their communication and their handling of the Kickstarter, and I likely would not back another game from that company. Likely. There's never a guarantee for me. I'm never willing to say a straight up absolute statement, but yeah, I'm disappointed. As far as which is your most disappointing Kickstarter ever, do you mean in terms of communication? In terms of the game delivery?
I don't back as many Kickstarters, and I don't think I've ever been disappointed. Isn't that nice?
That could be.
But I don't back many.
But I also don't think of... There's very few Kickstarters I look back and think, like, oh, I wish I hadn't backed that. Like, it's very, very rare. Because most of the time, I'm either selling it after and getting most of my money back, if not all, and enjoying the experience along the way. Usually, if I'm disappointed, it's because I wanted the game to be so good, and it wasn't for me. Like, to this day, one of the ones that really does bug me is Reichbusters from Mythic Games, which is still a fine game, but for some reason I was so excited for it, and I just thought it'd be so amazing, and then it was just totally fine, and it's a game that I prefer games like Zombicide or other games in that genre over it. It wasn't even the worst game, it's just that my personal interest, and the miniatures are amazing, and so like I was so intrigued by it and interested in it, and I'm excited for the Season 2 that they eventually do. I think they're doing a Season 2 of some sort, but we'll see.
Can I ask a different question?
Always.
What is... And I don't know how to phrase
get your
this.
phone and put it in chat, otherwise I can't respond. Go ahead. No, it's not.
What is, and I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but what is like your favorite Kickstarter you've backed? If you had to pick like one.
So again, it kind of depends.
I have one, but
on
mine was like a big ticket one.
It kind of depends on a lot of different variances of the question. A standard I go to is Cthulhu Death May Die.
Yeah.
Because Cthulhu Death May Die, I backed it all in, and I love the game. Have always loved the game, and one of the reasons I think of it as my favorite Kickstarter to a degree is I backed that one and thought I made a mistake when I backed it. I backed it and I was like, why did I back a Cthulhu game? I haven't kept any Cthulhu game ever. I haven't kept Arkham Horror, haven't kept Eldritch Horror, haven't kept Arkham Horror the card game. I was like, why? And then I absolutely love it. And
awesome.
so,
that's good.
Yeah. And of course, worth it. Worth it from the money perspective, worth it from the gameplay perspective, and thought it was a mistake at the time. And it was one of my first ones. I think of Cthulhu Death May Die as the point in time. Like, there's always, I think everyone has their own pivot. For me, I backed a few Kickstarters. And then Cthulhu Left Me Die, I think, was the one where I went from, I occasionally back these things on crowdfunding that happen, to, oh, I'm a Kickstarter junkie and I'm looking at all of them. I'm not backing them all, but like until Cthulhu Left Me Die, I wasn't looking for Kickstarters. If they happened to talk, like it was my like 7th Kickstarter.
Pivotal.
Yeah, it was pivotal. It was very pivotal. It's a key moment in my life, which is why I love it so much.
I have the Wormwood MGT.
Ooh.
And that baby was expensive, and I was nervous about it just because their production was getting like delayed and all of that, but oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
Now, way back at the beginning, oh, there we go. So, Reed, for context, I just read your response. Reed said empty C.
Yeah.
Okay? Not empty seat. You said empty C.
Yeah.
So he meant empty seat. So here, if we go back here,
That makes
Reed,
so much more sense now.
when the stream opened, she wasn't sitting there, so it was an open seat, and I was excited to see who sat down.
That makes sense.
That T was important. You missed the T. No one. Which Awakened Realms game would you recommend to someone who likes Gloomhaven? Ooh. If you like Gloomhaven, not the Great Wall, not Lords of Ragnarok, maybe Tainted Grail instinctively, it's the most common overlap without... We need to play Tainted Grail.
This is the stream of talking about all the things you have to play. Not to mention, guys, I am pretty proud of, between this trip and the last trip I was here, how many games we've tabled.
Oh, we're doing a ton.
We've tabled so many already, and there's still so many to go.
There's always,
it's upsetting.
yeah, it's upsetting. It's a hard life. It's a hard life. We live a hard life. Reed, I was quoting Meg when she stated to you, Alice, that she was judging you and your choices. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Charity Board Gamer, did you survive last night? Work in progress. We are currently surviving.
Yeah.
You have not died yet, but it's 48 games before you know whether you survived.
If we died last night, it would have been really bad.
Yeah, we came close, actually. Oh, did we...
If we died.
We didn't use a blessing, if that's your question. We didn't have to use a blessing. It came close, though. Successful Geek. No, that's not true. Rich G. Alex and Meg, I'm a gamer who normally plays games like Splendor, Azul, and Space Base. I have purchased Viticulture, Ark Nova, and Terraforming Mars Expedition. Which should I start with?
Terraforming Mars!
Ares Expedition.
Oh.
Yeah, I know how you feel about that one. I would say probably from those, probably Ares Expedition. It depends on your person. Viticulture was my second choice. Ark Nova is the last one of those three.
I haven't played Ark Nova. I've adjacently seen it, but...
Successful Geek. I wonder if there are any big announcements today and when they would happen. Successful, great question. The big announcements today. Successful Geek is a patron of mine, and as a patron, he knows that there's a big announcement coming at some point today. Theoretically. I would say generally, I would have said 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's a possible... Hey, Chip Theory Games! Hi!
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted. I got my little fanboy.
Is that friends?
Give me a second. I need a fanboy. I wouldn't actually... It's possible the announcement is pushed off a little bit to later today. I don't know exactly. There should be a big channel announcement happening either today or tomorrow. We'll see. Probably today. Probably today. Chip Theory Games. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Chip Theory Games. How are you doing?
They were here when I pitched my...
Oh, your idea? Your Elder Scrolls idea? Chip Theory Games, if you missed it, Meg pitched an idea. You can check out the stream later.
And I feel like it's what Elder Scrolls will be.
Yeah. Number one, hi Chip Theory. Hey. Okay, hi CTG. I'm gonna name all my live streams with games. I'm gonna be like, live Q&A. Too Many Bones is okay? Question mark? No.
It may not be because of your title, just saying.
Oh, did you tell them we're doing a live?
Well, no, but I told them about Twitch. So.
Oh, okay, fine. Good enough.
It may just be all that.
Hey Chip Theory here. Chip Theory, where's Chip Theory?
Culture for sure.
No, I want to find Chip Theory. Chip Theory, you're not in the chat. Say something if you're in the chat. I'll look back up. I'll catch up. Okay.
It's probably Andrew.
It probably is Andrew. Hey Andrew. Let's see, where are we here? The cards in Terraforming Mars and Ark Nova are too goddamn ugly.
Yeah. Some of the cards in Terraforming Mars are hilarious. Like, the pets one is just like a picture of a dog.
So I was about to say, I've played
so
Ark
random.
Nova and Terraforming Mars. I find the card art in Ark Nova bad. I find the card art in Terraforming Mars laughingly bad. Yeah. And I actually prefer laughingly bad. Yeah. It's like an extra line.
And some of the art in Terraforming Mars is fine. Some of the planet type stuff...
I prefer the laughingly bad.
Sure. Well, that's why it's very, like, because you have some that make sense that are just, like, planets that look good or whatever, and then, like, photo images of, like, people talking or things like that. That's what makes it even more funny, that they're not all bad.
Yeah. Demiracle, agree with Meg that y'all need to start Madara?
Yes!
We need to start everything.
We will. Maybe we'll make Madara, like, a November project. That's what we should do, is month... I don't know.
We need to finish more things.
Many.
Petrified, if you could only keep one area control base game, would it be Blood Rage? No, it would be Inish.
Yeah.
I love Inish.
Yeah.
What would yours be?
Yeah, probably Inish.
Amazing.
I couldn't picture myself getting rid of that one, so...
You can't picture yourself getting rid of anything.
But if I was packing for a trip...
Gotcha.
I would want to take it as well.
Rosalind, they're all set up from Azul and Splendor, though. Okay. Goosebumps. How far back? We're 7 minutes back over there. Frederick, I did it. I bought Lords of Ragnarok. I think I'll go to sleep. Maybe I should get Hoplomachus as well, damn it. I didn't realize I was that convincing.
Proud of you, Frederick. Get some sleep. Goosebumps.
Oh, Charity Board Gamer. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Do you know what it's from?
Yeah. Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. What was it? How's it followed up again?
I don't know.
I did it. I said something to Lisa. Oh, hi, Mark. Like something like that. Or something. I don't remember the exact thing. This is from The Room. The Room is, speaking of laughingly bad.
I was thinking The Disaster Artist, which is based on The Room.
Yeah, did you watch The Room?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to watch. It's so good. Both of these are so good. Unbelievable. Stephen Reynolds, I backed Victorum in the remake of the original Hoplo. Any updates on the remake? I believe the remake remastered is also coming soon. Let me see if Chip Theory Games said anything.
I believe so.
Chip Theory Games didn't say anything.
I believe so.
Andrew, get back in here. I want to talk to you.
Quit going like this, because it's... How do you
go with this? Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on.
I got you.
Let's just catch up.
Look at the time. Steven Sievert Schreiber, just wondering where they source the questions. Certainly isn't live chat. Us? We're doing live chat.
We are. We're just very far behind. Yeah, we're still catching up.
No, we're doing live chat. I don't know what's up here. We're doing live chat. We got live chat. I don't know what's happening here. JB, if you could only have one... I'm going to start answering made-up questions.
Go for it.
That'd be so much fun. JB, if you could only have one, Everdell or viticulture?
Everdell.
That's the right answer. And viticulture's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ahim, Savert is
I really
from
love
live
viticulture.
Chat. Yeah, I do. I do love viticulture. I still choose Everdell. Sean, I love the idea of neoprene masks, but don't use them as often as I want to buy them. Do you often use them as much as they are attractive? I don't. I use chip theory mats because they're part of the game system. These all roll up in here. I don't use mats that don't fit into a box, or very infrequently, because then I have to go upstairs to under my bed to get the mat, or I could just play with the board in the box, and I don't care enough to go find the mat in question. If I had a better system, and yes, people have sent me ideas, maybe, but right now, no.
I love neoprene mats, and I use them a lot. I started as a TCG player, so I like using them for if I'm playing a game. I can't think right now, but if I'm playing games where I have like my own player board, if it's just a card game, like something like Marvel Champions, I'll take out mats. But then also how Alex has this, what is this, velvet?
I don't know.
Something. His table is something, and my table, I made my own. So mine, I have neoprene mats that drop down into it. Shout out that you can wash them. I've spilt stuff on them, and you can just wash them. And my desk even is a neoprene mat as well.
This is a Chip Theory Games titled video. Everyone knows we can watch neoprene.
Yeah, that's fair.
And plastic.
That's fair. You could play this in the bathtub.
Don't.
Alright.
Number 1, what campaign game doesn't have a grimdark theme or too much gore or horror?
Maybe Madara. Also, if you want to go way back, there's one called Mice and Mystics. It's a little scary because there's like bugs and stuff that are getting you and like scary rats, but it's very cute. It's very like
What's on our infinitely long list of campaign games you want to play that's not grimdark or gore horror?
Oh, Stuffed Fables as well is another one that they're very cute. It again, like, it may be a little bit scary. It's kind of like Toy Story scary, where there's like
literally
doll
about a kid
heads
being
on like
kidnapped
spider
in
things.
his sleep into a dark horror thingy. Do you not remember what the campaign is?
Well, that's what I was saying. Is like it's kind of like Toy Story scary though, where it's like it's not like there's blood.
No,
when you cut them, there's
just
like
horrific
stuffing.
Nightmares.
Sure, I don't know. Mice and Mystics.
So, your two options have not been inspiring so far.
Mythwind, but you don't like Mythwind at all.
I didn't like Mythwind, no. But maybe...
Stardew Valley?
Mechs and Minions.
Oh wait, but they said campaign.
Mechs and Minions.
So Mechs and Minions.
Yeah, that's a campaign game. It's 12 campaigns, but whatever. And honestly, though, it's a good question, because it's really making me realize most campaign games are some degree of dark horror or something.
I have played Death May Die. I have, and I quite enjoy it.
I know she loves the Eldritch games. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Rosalind. I haven't played Everdell, but Viticulture is great. So I think both are great. But yep, I would still choose Everdell. Omega Rocker. I almost stopped using Kickstarter as my second back. Took the money and ran. Oh, so the second game you back took the money and ran. I have been fortunate enough to not have that happen to me yet, although I have probably 3 to 5 campaigns that are in the will they, won't they deliver category. I assume most of them will deliver, but it's getting scary out there. Efrain Rivera, I can see Cthulhu May Die back there. Yes, you can, because it gets the golden spot of attention every single time. Michael saying, nope. D. Globy, what's your issue with Pulp and OJ? Pulp is the best. My issue with Pulp and OJ is, like, do you like mixing, like, silt into your water and drinking it? Does that make you feel better? Like, do you want coffee grounds in your coffee? Like, in what beverage do you like having the residue of the garbage that you're not supposed to have mixed in with the liquid that you're ingesting?
Well, you're calling it garbage. That's the first issue.
How many beverages are there that you have, like, just stuff floating around?
Oh my gosh, like,
do you like
smoothies.
Backwash? Smoothies have a texture that's consistent the whole way through.
I even drink, like, those naked juice drinks that are very, like...
Pulpy?
Yeah.
That's pulp again. So we're just back to pulp. Anything other than pulp that we have just mixed into our beverages, let me know, because I'm happy to have the conversation. Do you like grounds in your coffee? Do you like that? If you do, I get it. That's fine.
But that's not edible.
Turkish coffee,
the stuff
honestly.
in pulp you would eat as fruit on its own.
Sorry,
He doesn't eat fruit.
That is true, honestly.
Yeah.
Michael
You
Joseph.
weirdo. I'm like eating fruit and you're like,
No, I have bananas.
Gross.
Bananas are great. Michael Joseph, dealing with an odd player group count, favorite game at 5 that doesn't take forever. El Grande is freaking amazing, plays in around 90 minutes. Amazing.
yeah. I usually don't have that high of a player count. That would be a hard thing for me to answer.
Yeah, that night that we almost played 5 players, me, you, Akiva, Jesse, Shira, I had El Grande in mind. We didn't actually play El Grande because we just didn't end up playing a game that night, but El Grande is my go-to 5-player game.
Last time I had 4 people, I wanted to play Betrayal, and we didn't get to.
Steven Schreiber, Alex, you should put a reminder like going live on Patreon like the Quackers do. Steven, the difference between me and the Quackers is I generally go live 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Wednesday.
Yeah.
Granted, we were like 10 minutes late today, but like I have a set schedule when I go live, so it's kind of locked in. I don't actually go live outside the schedule with the occasional adjustment. Maybe one week it's Thursday because something happened Wednesday, but generally it's consistent.
Does YouTube have a schedule like Twitch does?
They have a way, so this is the annoying part, and it's on my list of things to look into, like a million things. There is a way to schedule a live stream.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done so in Streamlabs yet. So I don't know how Streamlabs, I use Streamlabs right now, I don't know how that schedules a live stream. That's
I'm sure you can, but...
I'm sure you can, I have to look into it. Steven Reynolds, as far as disappointing Kickstarter, famously upfront. It never shipped and no money back. However, I'm generally happy with crowdfunding and don't worry about delays. That upfront one was tricky. I'm actually friends with one of the people involved in that whole drama. But basically, it's very complicated. But the one company sold people a game while owing someone else money for the money he invested, which led to this weird thing where the company stole money from someone else, so he ended up owning all their IPs and products.
Ew.
But in a weird way, other people got screwed. But someone was getting the company screwed people. Who was getting screwed by that was a question that legal things, it got complicated.
Yeah,
it got complicated. May Laxon, has your review thoughts changed on Connecting Flights? Been thinking about getting it for my collection, but I'm not sure yet. It's been a while since I played Connecting Flights. I don't think my opinion changed, but I haven't played it, so I can't say it changed otherwise. I would say that I like Connecting Flights. I enjoy Connecting Flights. I liked it more solo than co-op, than competitive, but in all cases, I enjoyed it without feeling the need to own it. Rosalind, I'm famous. You are famous. famous. Yeah, bro, Joe. Will Come On be having another Cthulhu Let Me Die anytime soon or at all? My default answer has been the same for the past, 3 years, which is Cthulhu Let Me Die is a popular campaign that has continuously risen in the ranks again and again, and people keep asking for it. Come On likes money. We've noticed this. We've talked about this. And so since Come On likes money, I assume that they will print Cthulhu Let Me Die because there's no IP restrictions on it. So I assume that it'll be not a reprinting, a season 3 and a 4 and whatever it is. But I've been saying that for 3 years and I've been wrong so far. So yes, it will happen. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Let's see. Zach Mayo. Raiders of Scythia or Raiders of the North Sea?
I can't. I haven't played Scythia.
I have played Scythia. Art-wise and thematically, I prefer North Sea with expansions, but on a pure basis 1-to-1, I think Scythia probably did it better. But I also like both and don't love either, so mixed answer there. Brian Winston, I made it from 10 minutes. Awesome, Brian.
Nice.
Good morning. Bill Engel, thank you for suggestions on Inish. My Green Group loved it. We have never played an area control game, but it was a hit. I am so glad.
I love that one so much.
Yeah.
The art is so beautiful.
Tim Carter, you should watch the Rift Tracks version of The Room. I don't know what that is, and I must see it.
Yeah.
Brian Winston, is that a new tint, Meg? I assume you mean hair.
Possibly. So at Gen Con, it was red, and I just let it fade to pink, and then put purple over it, and now the purple's fading. So usually, as it fades, it looks like it's changing color, but next time you guys, well, I don't know next time you guys will see me, but it might be blue.
Next question is a little off the typical channel. Natty, we have, I could finally catch Alex live. Good to see you too, Professor. So, Natty, the way we go here is you have to be excited about the Professor and reluctantly okay with my existence. That's generally what we do. Rich, thanks, Alex and Meg. Rosalind,
I'll let you have one.
You have one. Rosalind, have you guys played God Tier, and how would you rate it?
No.
I have played God Tier. Still no chip through games. He has not popped back in. I'm looking at the screen over there. Nothing. Anyways, what's it called?
Hello, not even a goodbye.
Yeah, Andrew, I'm so disappointed.
Break my heart. He'll come up at the end.
Have you guys played God Tier? I like God Tier a lot. I want to play it more. I have a lot of the God Tier content for the game, and I've been trying to table it. I've tried tabling it a bunch, with Akiva. We play a lot of these 2-player games, the conflict-driven games, and I like it a lot. It's up there with the other games in that genre, with with Rum and Bones, with Guards of Atlantis, and Cloudspire, and God Tier. They all fall into a similar genre. All amazing. Brian Winston, I hate Playmate.
Playmats, probably?
Playmats. I hope Playmats.
I love
better.
Playmats.
Eric, will you receive a prototype of the game The Great Split? I have not heard of it, so I'm going to say no question mark.
I haven't either.
Yeah. Brian Winston, because of the storage issues, that sleeve is amazing, Meg. Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just for anyone, if you know Chrono Trigger, it's from Chrono Trigger. It's Luca and Robo. And the inside is a Hardy Radish and a Silent Princess from Breath of the Wild. Zelda.
Cool.
Thanks.
Or half sleeve, I guess. Okay, Natalie M. When will the series be coming about either how you upgrade your games or organization? I have a monthly video that goes up on upgrading games in general, just covering different game upgrades. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to have one this week. Haven't made the inserts for one of the games, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. Rosalind, what's the best expansion for Too Many Bones if you have none? So I generally recommend Undertow as the starting point. I like it a lot. I am biased by that having been my starting point, so I just reflected my own experience onto all of you, but that's my entire channel, honestly.
The characters are so cute.
They're adorable. But past that, I don't have a specific expansion past that. I usually go with Undertow, and I think the base game has a lot of content. All the character packs have a content. I haven't dived into any of the splice thingamajiggy. Something splice. Slice and spice. Splice and slice. I don't know. I haven't slice and splice. I think that's what it is. Whatever it is, I haven't dived into any of the expansions that really changed up the material. For me, it's just more content as opposed to different content. Gregory. Alex, my collection has grown out of control, and you inspire me to bring it back under control. That said, what would you say is the best way to sell the games leaving my collection? So, Gregory, good choice in getting your collection and your out-of-control collecting habits in check. I highly commend you for that kind of self-control and choices that you're making in your life. Good job, Gregory. Anyways, as far as how you sell the games, right now life is getting a little more complicated. The geek market was shutting down, but they may not be shutting down, so I don't know. Generally, what I recommend offhand is starting with the Facebook group, Board Game Exchange, buy, sell, trade, whatever it is. I think they do a great job of being a good starting point. But once you start there, it's, you can expand to eBay, you can expand to Reddit, you expand a bunch of options. There are plenty of options out there, but I find that's a good group where if you take a photo and a bunch of prices, people like seeing stuff and buying with their eyes. And so they see the games and they're like, even though I don't need Le Havre, but Le Havre's a good price. And so we'll take care of that. And so yeah, that's that. Redfoot Clan. If you could turn any character from Marvel Champions into a playable character for Too Many Bones, what would it be and why?
Oh. I don't know if I could.
I have a cheating answer.
You answer first.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, because I like the idea of someone with portals showing up in Too Many Bones, just popping around the board in fun little ways. I think it'd be interesting. Like just pulling a little baddie across the map, throwing him into a corner, popping up in there, sending like Duster and Nightshade through a portal. I don't know how it would turn into anything, but just the idea of portals on that map, exciting. This is the part where someone's going to tell me there's a character that does portals already. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Patrick O'Neill, just want to say thank you for all the content. You've helped me to enrich my gaming experience with my teenage son. Fortunately, he still loves hanging out with me because I always have great games. Patrick, that's excellent. You should always have a good time with your son. I hope you do. Playing games with your kids is a lot of fun, very rewarding, even if sometimes you can't play the ones you want to play, but then you level them up slowly and you get what you need.
Patrick, if he has friends, try to get them into D&D.
That would work too. Brian Winston, pulp is a crime against humanity. I always knew I liked you, Brian.
Actually, also, because Alex doesn't cover this a lot, but I think a great person about D&D, if you want to check that out, if you do want to get into it, is Ginny D. She does so much stuff that will be so helpful. Check her out.
Yeah. Yogi Bear, bubble tea. Yes?
I wish.
Successful geek.
That's bubble tea is something with stuff in it. That you...
Oh. But do you have the bubbles?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
I've never had bubble tea. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Bubble tea is something interesting.
And also, now that gave me an idea, what about Bloody Marys?
I don't know if I've had a Bloody Mary.
You put so much in it. It has like tomato juice, so it's like a little chunky, and then you put like
that's why I've never had a
sauce
Bloody
in
Mary.
it, and you could have you could have bacon in it, but Alex can't.
I wouldn't have a Bloody Mary because tomatoes are gross.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in a Bloody Mary that you either can't or wouldn't have.
For me, the thing is, I like consistent textures. Like even with
now
something like
I
coffee.
Want one.
Even with something like coffee, you'll have coffee next to water. And like the hot and cold just throws me a loop. I have to have coffee and then I can have water. I don't like hot and cold.
I love the cold after the hot.
Yeah, and so I think consistency is my thing. I am now intrigued by bubble tea. Yeah. I want to see if that's the exception.
He does not have enough water. Ever.
I do. Not. Successful Geek. Pulp is the exception to the rule. I love chewing my orange juice. Turkish coffee, yeah. So Steven Reynolds, Turkish coffee, they're like 9 minutes behind. We're slow.
I wouldn't even mind like lemon pulp and lemonade and that kind of stuff.
But also, I hate Turkish coffee, for the record. Do you know what Turkish coffee is?
I don't think so.
It's where the grounds are kind of actually like in the coffee. And I despise Turkish coffee, so I'm consistent, I guess.
That I think would just be too harsh for me, like acidity-wise.
What's the game that you'll be receiving next from a campaign you backed? I feel like I have a shipping notification set up for a game and I don't remember what it was. I feel like I just got one.
I think Saria is my next one that should be coming.
Reed McCullough. I grind coffee beans in my smoothie, add a bitter bite to the mocha goodness. Intriguing.
That sounds good.
Brian Winston. +1 fellow grande at any player count. interesting, Brian. I love it at 5, and I thought it's not nearly as good at anything other than 5. But we'll see. New guy. If grounds tasted good, then I would. Pulp is gross.
Yeah.
I feel bad, like they're responding to my comments so far back. I played Gollum for the first time last weekend. I really liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Gollum is one that I liked, and it grew on me more and more as I played it, but I really do like it. Heavy Eurogame. Zomodrome. Number 1, some not Dark Horse campaign games. Wonderbrook, Familiar Tales, Lands of Galzir. Ooh. So Mythwind, Megcot.
Yeah.
Familiar Tales I was thinking of, but I actually don't know if it's dark.
I haven't played that one yet.
And then what Wonderbrook have not played, didn't even know it was a campaign game. And Lands of Galzir is an excellent choice. Didn't think of that. Ooh, Iridia, The Paths We Dare Tread. Iridia, so good. So good. I'm sorry.
I want to play Familiar Tales. I would really like that.
It's on a list. Do you own it?
No.
No, it's on a list of whatever.
of never-ending games.
Donkey Torn, just out of curiosity, you wouldn't happen to be a Browns fan, right? Think you mentioned the Browns in a video while you were at Gen Con. I probably did not mention the Browns unless I was being sarcastic. I'm not a sports fan in general of anything up to and including the Browns. The time I was probably most excited about the Browns was when they were on their 23-game losing streak. I think that's funny. But past that, no, I'm not a fan of. I'm not against them. I just don't care.
I'm not a fan of any sport thing at all.
Patrick O'Neill.
Except maybe WWE.
Patrick O'Neill and Crokinole. Patrick O'Neill, what would you suggest getting as my next campaign or legacy game for 2 people who love Clank Legacy? Ooh, that's a good question for you.
Ooh, okay, so Clank Legacy, depending why you liked it, I thought it was very cheeky and very silly, and I really liked what Acquisitions Incorporated did with it. So that being said, something like Too Many Bones isn't fully campaign. It's little things, but I think flavor text wise and funniness, that was the first time I felt that since I played Clank Legacy. So I would compare that if that's the vibe you like.
Well, honestly, the follow-up to the sentence is I've got my eye on Mechs vs. Minions, and with that exact sentence of the flavor and funniness, Mechs vs. Minions is a great choice.
Okay, yeah.
We should play Mechs vs. Minions today.
I'm trying to think of anything that I've changed the game as much, because even something like Gloomhaven, you do get to a point where you're upgrading cards and adding stickers to things and on the map, but for how much you change things in Clank Legacy, everyone else let us know, because I can't think of one that has really made as many changes that I've played. I think it's really engaging and really fun. And for me, Clank Legacy is the one and only game in my entire life that I wish I could Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and erase it. I literally want to erase the experience and have it over and over and over again. It was... The only other thing I would say that I felt like that about was The Adventures of Robin Hood, but it's not a similar experience. But those are the 2 games that were it was blowing my mind as we were playing it. I was like, oh, this is so good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Nick, have you played Empire's Age of Discovery? It's my number 1 of all time. Best combination of worker placement and area control. I love Empire's Age of Discovery with the context and the caveat that I haven't played it in a while. I keep trying to table it and not getting it tabled, but I really do enjoy it. Let's see. We have that done. Zach, this question for you. Does Innis play well at 2?
I believe so. But you didn't think so, did you?
I haven't played it at 2.
Oh, okay.
I was instinctively against it at 2.
I almost always play most of my games at 2-player, and if I play at a higher player count, it's because I've already played it at 2-player and learned it, and then brought in other players, unless it's one that you have to have 3+. So I love Inish at 2 players. I love the drafting mechanic, and something that Alex and I are going to try to do, I think, this trip, is have me talk through with him how I try to memorize all of the cards, because in a perfect world you should only have 2 cards that you don't have knowledge of, unless they have, is it the druid that lets you grab the other one? So you should have almost perfect knowledge, and as soon as they play cards that you know that you didn't know that they had, you should know exactly what they have left in their hands. So I love that. I love not just making my own choices for the board, but anticipating what cards, as soon as they have 2 cards left, you should know what they're playing and how to come back at that.
I want to mess you up.
It's fun.
Mess you up. We have Jean Morelli. Thoughts on Vital Lacerda games? Have you played any yet?
I don't think so.
So I've played Lisboa. Really enjoyed it, but I also don't know if it lasts. I find... we'll see. I want to play it more. I really want to play it more than once. I liked it a lot. I believe we are trying to play on Mars.
Yes.
Potentially.
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
Yes. Probably in
Not
2
this trip.
weeks.
Not this trip. Tim Carter. Rift Track's an offshoot of Mystery Science Theater. With a comment. That's fun. That could be fun for the room. Demiracle, have you all been watching She-Hulk? No. I just started Miss Marvel. I'm way behind. TV has really taken a backseat with everything going on in my life. See Hopdog, I've had more issues with video game Kickstarters compared to board game Kickstarters. Yes.
Interesting.
No, there's a huge issue.
No. I've never even thought to back a video game on Kickstarter. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but
There's massive vaporware out there. You know the term vaporware? Vaporware?
Yeah.
So there's massive vaporware. Vaporware, for context, is like just stuff that it just turns to vapor. It's not software, it's vaporware. Nothing never happens. There's massive issues with that in the video game space. Lots of plans, lots of ambitions, and then a whole lot of things that go wrong because people think $8 million is enough to build a MMORPG. Spoiler, $8 million is not enough to build an MMORPG. So there's problems there. Let's see. Oh, I'm so far behind. Wow. We have someone clarifying splice and dice. Splice and dice, that is correct. Splice, not so it wasn't slice and splice, it was splice and dice. That's what it was. Thank you. Done. Reed McCullough, when are you gonna get a sleeve and dye your hair like Meg? Twinsies. Reed, the answer to get a sleeve is very simple. Never. Maybe hypothetically henna is possible. So Jews don't get tattoos. Orthodox Jews don't get tattoos. I shouldn't say don't. You're not supposed to get a tattoo. If you do, you do.
We should do this. But there are things you can get that people do for Halloween that are like tights, but they have like it's like a tight that you can pull up on your arm and it has like a pattern on it. I mean, there would be no reason.
Well, yeah. So the starting baseline is actual tattoo. Never. Dyeing my hair or things like whatever. I don't have an interest or appeal. What's up? Someone asked. No. Rena showed up on stream. She's like, "Don't cut your hair." No, I didn't say cut my hair. I said dye my hair.
No shaving the beard.
No shaving the beard. That's also not happening. We're all good. Nothing significant is happening to my hair, my beard, or tattoos in any way.
It would be funny for like April Fools or something if we just like. But
Twinsies. It's a little bit much.
I don't know what I would do. Just put on his glasses. Like that's. I'm not gonna put a beard on.
Your video with what's it called? Were you
Yeah. For Foster the Meatball,
Yeah.
I did do a video where I dressed up as both Jeff and Jamie, and for Jeff, I did. So I guess I did put on a beard for him.
Yes,
I put on like a full. I used my eyebrow makeup and just did the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was honestly pretty good.
Yogi Bear, chip through your games. You need to make that expansion now. What? Slice and splice, whatever. Omega Rocket. I would kill a Chrono Trigger board game.
Wouldn't imagine if it was a campaign game. Where you unlock characters like you do in the game as you encounter them. Oh my gosh, who can I talk to about that?
Chip Theory's here. I missed you. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Chip Theory Games. I missed that part of the conversation. What expansion are we supposed to make? I only have one headphone in. We're gonna scroll and find Chip Theory Games.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was saying, Andrew, that if I could make a Chip Theory game, I would take the dice system and the character complexity of Too Many Bones mixed with the map system of Hoplomachus. So I want to take both of them, throw them together in a fantasy theme.
And then I said,
Please.
And then I said that I think that Oblivion is going to Elder Scrolls Oblivion, whatever, Elder Scrolls is going to in some way kind of have that mismatch. That's what I said. But yeah. Eduardo. Hi Alex, Professor Meg. I hope you're having a nice morning. I know you love Cthulhu May Die. What is your experience with The Others? It's one of my favorite LAN games. So I played The Others, and my opinion of The Others was that I walked away from The Others thinking that there were two games. Oh, that's what it was. I walked away from The Others thinking that between Rise of Moloch as a one versus many and between Cthulhu May Die with their insanity system, the best parts of The Others I already had in two games I preferred. So I like The Others, but I prefer two other Command games that have both those elements to it.
So you're saying if someone doesn't have any of them,
then they should get those other two. Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My order of preference would be Cthulhu May Die, then Rise of Moloch, and then The Others. I think The Others was good. It was inferior to the other two to me. Frederick, my collection has spiraled out of control and you won't stop recommending great games. What's up with that? Frederick, this is a game industry problem, and it depends. If I start recommending great games and you don't enjoy them, that's on me and you should evaluate whether you care about my opinions. But if I recommend great games and you find they're great games, I can only help you so much. I would say as a starting baseline, stop getting any games that I give a 4 or lower. Get the games that I give a 4.5 or higher. And if that's still not enough, then that's a problem.
I'm excited for the next question.
Yeah. Academy Champlu, I'm really interested in rolling my flip and fill. What do you suggest to someone who's just getting into them? I've only played Railwood Inc. and I'm addicted. Go for it.
My absolute favorite right now is the Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. I'm obsessed with it. It's a flip and write. It's really, really fun. I really enjoy that one. And I also have been playing a ton of Rolling Realms. I've been flying a lot back and forth. That Rolling Realms... Let me go grab it.
Okay, well, I'll go deal with the next question. What would you do with that? Kaga, after watching your review of Foundations of Rome, I went all in. Really looking forward to it next June. Foundations of Rome is excellent. Sean Marks is their character from Marvel Champions. You hope to get added soon. Sean Marks, I can barely keep up with the characters from Marvel Champions as it is. I'm not overly worried about any particular one. Chip through your games. I missed that part of the conversation. What expansion are we supposed to make? We answered that already. Efrain Rivera, what is your favorite Star Wars movie series, Professor?
My favorite Star Wars movie series?
Movie or series?
Yeah. I would say definitely the classics first. So I would say maybe Empire Strikes Back, then Return of the Jedi, then A New Hope, then maybe some of the new ones. I didn't love Rogue One.
I thought you loved Rogue One.
Didn't love Rogue One for reasons that I cannot get into.
No, she could get into them, but we want to keep on
I would
track.
be slammed for them. But honestly, Rogue One wasn't great. I'm sorry. I don't want to be hated on for that. And then, like, Solo was whatever. We
like
love
this.
Childish Gambino, so shout out to him. So let me, for Rolling Realms, literally, this is like my wristlet that should be for I don't know what, but instead, what fits perfectly in here is I have this little wallet that has dice in it, just to keep things safe. So I brought, like, extras.
Is that a metal die?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have metal ones because I thought on the plane a metal one would land, like, on the tray easier and not, like, go flying.
They let you take these past, what's it called?
Yeah, they let those go through TSA. I have my little dry erase marker.
Those are
And
weapons.
then I have the solo mode, so you play through, like, mini golfing. So I have the paper in my bag, but I literally, this little thing is what I pull out on the plane all the time, and I do the solo mini golfing. I went through all of the hard mode, and you want at least a 36. I got a 31, which in golf is you want to be under.
So you didn't do as well.
No, I did.
Oh.
The 36 is a goal, and
You
I
want
got
at
31.
least a 36, you got 31. So you got a 31 in hard mode?
Yeah.
Challenge
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah. So I love pulling this out on the plane. It's one of my favorite things.
Okay. Let's see. Great question for Successful over here. If you could take a gear lock into Gloomhaven, who would it be?
Ooh, I haven't played enough, but I
Yeah.
loved what's her name.
Sorry.
Thank you.
The Stanza and Dust are the ones we've been playing as. I've played as some others, but I still consistently use Stanza and Dust as my go-to. And I think Stanza, particularly Stanza in Gloomhaven, the character who can sing songs and mess with other people and control them, I think that would be fascinating if done well. Yeah.
Well, wait till you see more Gloomhaven characters.
Ephraim. Oh, ooh. Whew. I'm sorry, I'm distracted now.
Also, honestly, similarly, Duster with the wolf reminds me a lot of the two mini. I mean, like, that's how they would apply it, I would think.
Ephraim Rivera, how old are you both? Well, I'll let Meg answer that if she wants to. I'm 33 until 2 days from now, at which point I'll be 34.
19.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm 32.
Daniel Yee, have you decided if you are backing Barbaric? I am currently not backing Barbaric because I want to back Barbaric. It's expensive, though. It's expensive and I'm not convinced. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just not convinced it's good, and it's a lot of money to be not convinced on. Petrified, what's a company you'd like to see make a co-op game that you haven't? My first thought is Mind Clash, because I'm curious what a Super Yuri co-op would be like. I don't know if I ever thought in terms of
A
company that I want to see make a co-op. I mean, the companies I like, generally, honestly, if I tell you the companies I'm biggest fans of, like games like Ivy Games, they have made a co-op now with Moonrakers. We have, what's it called? Orange Nebula.
More co-op from them would be fun.
Yeah, more
Like,
co-op.
I really enjoyed Mythic Mischief, and I think a cuter game co-op would be great from them.
Yeah, the last time we played Mythic Mischief, I thought we were playing co-op. That was the problem.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
the problem.
That's why I won.
Yeah, exactly. Brian Winston, you can put anything in a Bloody Mary. You can put
I
anything...
really want one now.
We're so far behind. We're drifting further behind.
That doesn't mean you should, Meg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want one now. Guys, next stream, maybe I'll have one.
Okay. Natalie, I'm generally a solo player and I was thinking about picking up Project Elite. Love to hear your thoughts. So
Is that what we missed when they said when Chip Theory asked about the expansion? Maybe it wasn't what I said.
Too many board characters does have portals.
You were saying
Yeah.
that you want to have the strange string portals.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, if there's a gear lock that
Yeah.
can.
Andrew, if you're listening again, where's Andrew? Andrew's still not here. No, Andrew's back. Andrew's back. We go back. Andrew.
It's Josh W.
I, Josh W, have a Chrono... Hey, Josh! I didn't know
that's
this, Josh.
really cool.
Cool, how's it going? I, Josh W, have a Chrono Trigger clock in my office. Ooh,
That's
cool.
awesome.
I thought it was Andrew. I apologize, Josh. Okay, anything else we missed? So, Josh, what we were saying is that we want... Somebody asked me
Wait,
which...
we're going too far.
I have only one headphone in. This is where...
No, we were good.
Oh,
It was
oh,
just explaining the portal
Yeah.
thing.
So
The
somebody
portal
asked me
gear lock.
about which Marvel character would I want in Marvel Champions character would I want in Too Many Bones, and I said probably Doctor Strange because I think the idea of portals and popping around the mat could be a lot of fun. Pulling enemies in, popping your own people around could be a lot of fun. Yeah.
So wait, we were here.
Yep. I'm generally a solo player thinking about picking up Project Elite. I would, for me, I love Project Elite. My biggest problem is I usually don't find that I actually get it played because I like playing with 3+ players and there's only like one player who I really do play it with, so I don't play it, but I want to play it more. It's real-time frenetic dice rolling. I think you'd like it, but maybe you need a Kiva here as well. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, Ephraim. Steven Reynolds, I agree. You can't let one bad experience ruin your love for board gaming. Well, definitely. Dustin, have you tried 3D printing before? What would be the first board game accessory you would print? I have tried 3D printing, and I started printing... Thank you. What's that? Oh, cool. What's it called? I have tried 3D printing, and I started printing an expansion for insert for Lost Ruins of Arnak, and then life got complicated, and 3D printers take effort and energy, and now it's just sitting in the back room, unloved, like other things in my life.
That reminds me, I want to do a video of great games that have horrible storage.
Let's do it.
There's a lot.
You wanted a Board Ventures video.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
There
Let's
you
do
go.
that. Have you played Burgle Bros? I have.
No.
I like Burgle Bros. Didn't love it. Just liked it. Brian Winston, the next thing you should get shipped is Age of Atlantis. Come on. I don't know where my copy is. I don't know where it is. It hasn't shown up yet.
It's on its way.
I'm a little worried at this point. I need to touch base with them. I don't know what's going on. Ephraim Rivera. My wife, Denora, loves coffee but hates coffee desserts. How about you, Alex?
What a pretty name, Denora.
Denora is nice. I like coffee desserts selectively. I don't love them all. I had coffee desserts that I thought were meh, but I've had some amazing ones that were great.
That's a great point.
See Hot Dog.
Charterstone.
Charterstone is a campaign game. It's not really grim dark. Yeah, it's not.
That's fair.
Have you played it? I assume you have.
No, but I've looked into it.
It's good. I played the whole thing. It was fun. Shani Marmon, have you played... having weekly game night in format as one new and one old. Tonight is Arc Nova and Castle Burgundy. That's a good format. One new and one old is fun.
I like doing thematic nights too, so if you're doing like a zombie game, do like 3 zombie games instead.
Sam, one question. What, in your opinion, defines a heavy Euro game?
I'll leave that up to you.
To me, when I use the word heavy Euro, specifically heavy as opposed to medium weight, heavy Euro is one where I find that and obviously it will vary by person, but for me, it's something that I find that I like the game generally, but there's a certain point in the game where like it almost wears me out to play it. Mentally wears me out to play them. So there's a degree of like, whenever I play a heavy Euro game, like anything like a Lisboa game, like I'm saying, like a Vitala game, any of the Splotter games, some of them I love so much that even though I get worn out, I love the experience. Others, they wear me out. I'm like, I could have just played a medium weight Euro and had just as much fun and not feel worn out. So specifically to me, the line is, if it mentally wears me out, if I feel like I need a filler game as opposed to playing the game a second time, that's usually for me a heavy Euro. Yeah. Successful. I want to run an
Acquisitions Inc.
Yeah, D&D campaign.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Stephen Reynolds drank Turkish coffee in Turkey. I'm sure it's an acquired taste. I've tried it multiple times and not loved it. Sydney Johnson, any thoughts on Project Ironside from Cloud Puncher Games? That's a $400 game table, supposedly. I'm intrigued. Also,
that's interesting.
Apparently they doubled the price with the topper though, so it's like really an $800 game table if you want a topper. I'm intrigued. I always welcome any company who's bringing a new way to do board game tables at a different price point.
And just to say,
are you fiddling with our piece?
Oh my god!
What are you doing?
It's fine. Leave it. Don't tell the kids.
This is an active campaign right now.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's where we were.
I know where we were. That's how I know you fiddled with it.
You made me forget what I was gonna say.
I don't know. What were you gonna say? I'm looking to see if Chip Theory responded again. I believe I'm the only SNES...
About the... Well, we'll get there in one sec. About the topper thing, I have the wormwood, and I never put my toppers on ever. So if you can get the toppers later and you are interested in that table, I would get it and not get the toppers and just see if you end up wanting them later.
Yeah, I do agree with that in general. My first board game table is up in my dining room, and it's what we use for our regular eating. So there I know we needed a topper. But otherwise, I agree that a topper is usually something I want and then don't use.
Yeah, I never use them.
Let's see. Chip Theory times Chrono Trigger.
I would love that, guys. Let's make that happen. I think it's still owned by Square Enix right now. I don't know if they're easy to work with, but...
Let's see. We have this question over here from Marco. Coffee's all right, but black tea is way better. Alex, where's your Star Wars shirt? So fun fact, I do have Star Wars shirts. I didn't know we were trying to match there, but we did play Marvel United yesterday, and we both specifically had Marvel shirts, so we did actually get changed into Marvel shirts just to be thematic.
I had Spider-Man.
Yeah, I had Groot. D Glowy, Chip Theory times Chrono Trigger. Josh is going to answer that in a second, so we'll talk about that soon. We'll talk about... Josh. Ephraim Rivera, I finally watched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. I take back what I said. That was the best Spider-Man movie I've seen so far. That's right, Ephraim. Yeah. It's great.
He is great.
I love Tom Holland. I really do. I still feel that Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man was freaking amazing. Let's see. Eduardo, need to check Rise of Moloch. Thanks for the recommendation. Have you heard anything about when DMD is coming back? Dying to get my hands on it. Again, DMD... Yes, hopefully, maybe. We'll see. Chip Theory Games. I, Josh, have a Chrono Trigger clock in my office. Donkey Torin. Gasp. Rogue One is the best. I know. I actually understand.
As I can't get into it.
So if you want to get into it, check out...
Did I say it so? Oh, Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny Nicholson has a video on Rogue One, and I agree with every point she makes.
I acknowledge every point while not actually feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Colton Broadhead, hello from Poland. I just got deployed to Poland and I got to see this live. It was a great surprise. Oh my gosh. Enjoy your deployment in Poland.
What time is it there?
It is 6 hours ahead.
Thanks for hanging out.
It's currently 5:15 p.m.
There you go.
Yeah. Andrew Johnson, no ACTG, so how do you get the license to make a campaign game of Chrono Trigger and perhaps a Chrono Cross expansion?
I will work on this, guys. I'll beg everyone.
Steve, good morning to you all. Looking forward to my first back game, Master of the Universe. Oh, that was a fun game. I like that. Which one? The command one or the other one, the Arkan one?
I haven't played it.
I play the Command one, and it's basically Rise of Moloch.
That's the rest of Steve's question. We didn't read it out loud, but no, I haven't played it. I haven't played enough games.
Successful Geek. I turned 39 earlier this month, and I hate it. LOL. Successful. Why do you hate it? I've never yet been afraid of an age, although granted 39 would make me feel so old.
I have number issues.
Yeah.
So even like when I turned 27, I did not want to be 27, but I was fine being 28. So I have like OCD about like particular numbers that I'm 32 now, and the next number that will bother me is probably 35. I don't know why. I just don't like particular numbers.
Both 27 and 35 are divisible by 7.
By 7?
Yeah.
27
That's not true. I lied. I can't believe I said that.
I love correcting you so much.
It's divisible by 9. Divisible by 9.
Guys, if you're ever watching a game that's a gameplay of Alex alone, double check the math as he's counting things up, because it's not always right. I've caught him quite a few times.
Gregory Joyce, what game do you think needs to really stop making expansions? It's a tough one. I'm not going to answer an LCG, because the nature of an LCG is that they have expansions. It's the nature of the beast. I think that Dominion probably could stop by now. Like, there's so much Dominion, so maybe that.
Yeah.
Andrew Johnson, Empire, New Hope, Return, Rogue One. Josh, okay. Josh, Love Rolling Realms. Eric, are you going to play Master Darkness 2 with your son? It's in the cards, along with everything else. Life just doesn't stop. Chip 3 Games. I'm believing the only SNES superfan in the office, so I don't think Chrono Trigger is in the cards. My own personal dream franchise to work on would be Earthbound. Josh,
yeah, I would say Chrono Trigger. Honestly, though, Josh, like, hey, I will help. And if we tell them the story of Chrono Trigger and just what it looks like, they don't have to be fans of SNES. It's just like, hey, look at this IP. It's amazing. I think they would go for the story of it as a campaign game.
I'm pretty sure Josh has, like, extra voting rights, though. So I think he should get his way.
And then obviously, you consulted a professor about it, so...
Renato, still excited for Primal Awakening, still taking a sweet time. Primal Awakening is amazing. Looking for... Oh, you would love Primal. With expansion... Because you like Marvel Champions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now here's what Primal Awakening is. Ready for this? Primal Awakening is a boss battler that feels like you're playing Marvel Champions with the card chaining. But you have the singular boss, the singular beast in the middle, and you're dancing around the beast, playing your cards, using your card economy to trigger other cards, leveling up your deck in a campaign-based system. So imagine a campaign-based Marvel Champions gameplay in a boss battler with a defeating giant monsters and taking their teeth to make your next sword.
And is it, like, fantasy-ish?
It's just defeating the giant dragon and taking his teeth to make your next sword.
There you go.
Yeah. It's so... I love it. Okay, Ryan Winston. Inserts are the ticket for 3D printing. That's the best use of them. That's why I got it. Haven't used it, though. Number 1, what do you dislike about Burgle Bros? I didn't dislike Burgle Bros. I thought the game was enjoyable. And enjoyable is not enough to hook me. I only played it once, to give context. Never reviewed anything, just played it. Successful Geek. Oh my god, Earthbound board game I would so buy.
Yeah. I'd still go for Chrono Trigger over that, but I think that would still be fun.
Brian Winston, what coffee desserts are there other than tiramisu and coffee ice cream?
Oh my gosh, wait, wait.
Pause, yeah.
Chrono Trigger is a good idea, but for something more accessible to the general public, what if it was a Legend of Zelda chip theory game?
I'm sure Legend of Zelda is being worked on by Chip 3 Games. In fact, they have another answer here. Chip 3 Games is a lot of Earthbound-style, dry, weird, offbeat humor in the writing of TMB. It influenced me a ton. Good to know. Chip 3 Games, Josh, didn't start writing a lot of the encounters and such until the Undertow cycle of content, so it's much more prevalent than the second wave of TMB Buzz stuff. Interesting. Chip 3 Games, I love Chrono Trigger, don't get me wrong. But sorry for ignoring the rest of the chat. I like Chip 3 Games a lot. I'm obsessed with them. Oh.
I would love
Meg,
Zelda.
can you grab me my chips over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, those. Okay. This for the record, by the way, if you ever see me review a Chip Theory Games game, ever, including Hoplomachus Victorum when I inevitably review it, understand fully my complete and total bias here, because I said Chip Theory Games has this thing over here, okay? Sorry. They have this, and I'm just fully biased. It's too late now. It's over now. Chip Theory Games has little business cards over here. Okay, little business cards that are on chips. Okay, that's what they have over here. It's very, very cool. They gave me one of these at Origins, and I said to like when I was talking to them later, I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. I would kill for a business card on a chip. And then I saw them at Gen Con, and then they gave me this. Okay, that's my little chips on a business card over here. Little chips. I got like 4 or 5 of them. They are never being given out to anyone. They are mine, and I will keep them. But yes, I'm completely biased, and I like Chip Theory Games way too much. I'm sorry. It helps that I like their games.
Yeah.
Or do I? I don't know how I'm doing this. Okay, go ahead.
With expansions, this is where we were.
Yeah.
You keep moving.
Sorry.
Now we lost it. With expansions, does Dune now rank above Arnak?
Nope, not for me.
So for me, you think Arnak is better?
So the way I put it is Arnak was better than Dune for me. Arnak with the expansion is still better than Dune with the expansion, although what I will say is the gap closed. So previously the gap might have been like here, and then once you add both expansions, they both went up to like here. So they got closer, but I still prefer Arnak.
So we're opposites. I prefer Dune. I love Dune. I love deck building, and I feel like there's more deck building in Dune compared to Arnak. I really love it. That being said, I would prefer to play Arnak because I tend to win Dune, and that's not as fun.
The last time we played Dune, I won.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I regularly play at home.
We should play both those more.
Yeah.
We actually are planning potentially a filmed gameplay of Dune. Potentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. With you, it's fine. Alex does tend to beat me at games. With my
Not
regular
yesterday.
group, I tend to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was awesome. I what was it?
Vindication and Forsaken.
I beat him in Vindication by 1 point in endgame scoring.
Forsaken by 2 points and Vindication by 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It
pretty
was
fun.
awesome.
Let's see. I'm going to start speeding up a bit because I'm going to try to close this by 11:30. We started a little late, so we went a little late, but we're going to close this up soon. How long have we been going? We've been going for... I don't even know. I can't see where it says. Whatever.
An
it's all
hour
good.
and 5 minutes.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. We're over an hour already. Okay. Let's see. So latest... So is The Last of Us board game still a thing that Kamana's doing? In theory...
Oh, that would be fun.
They announced it, but sometimes they announce things and they don't happen either at all or for a while. So, for example, they were going to work with Taboo Games on their system, and that didn't happen. Then they announced a Cyberpunk card game, which 2-3 years later became a Cyberpunk board game. So sometimes they announce things and they pivot and they change. I assume it's still happening, but who knows? Brian Winston, Sakabra, I occasionally print other things in my printer, but it's 99% inserts. Let's see. 3 F Cups. I fully pledged for Gloria about a week ago. How does Hoplomachus compare? Thematically, they're the same. I think they're very different games. For Gloria is a 2-player head-to-head deck builder, and Hoplomachus is a supposedly solo game. That you
and
play.
this is campaign, whereas the other one not.
Yeah, just thematically they're similar.
Yeah.
They're both gladiatorial.
This one has a ton of gameplay. Like, we're playing through 48-ish scenarios, which will probably be a little bit less. But that being said, that's just with one hero.
Brian Winston has a great point that he said if you get a topper later, like if you get the table then the topper, stay may not match, either through weir or just different combinations of things.
So something with that, my Wormwood table, I got the oak bottom and the espresso toppers, so I did 2 different colors anyway.
David de Guzman, how many air miles have you all accrued bouncing between each other's places? So fun fact, David, we actually haven't traveled that much yet. I think it's a total of 3 trips. 3 trips total. It feels like a lot because we keep doing
conventions. I've been
conventions.
doing a lot of extra travel as well. Yeah,
yeah, we keep doing conventions and things. So we run each other conventions, and we've had 3 trips total. So this is like between the 3 of us. I think I've gone to you once. You've come to me twice now. But there will be more travel in general. We're doing a lot of stuff together in general, and so not a lot yet. But give us time.
Yeah, I'm looking into TSA pre-check when I get home.
That is so going to change my next game of Too Many Bones, Chip Theory games. Oh, the perception aspect. Got it. Okay.
Wait.
Loving the elephant in the room behind the tablet. Does he have matching glasses with you? That's funny. If you're just loving the elephant in the room, I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? What's going on? Like, the last guy, the person who walked in, is like,
funny.
do you hear about the crackle of board game code drama? And the whole entire stream, I'm like, I didn't. Brian Winston, Successful Geek. I suspect Alex drives. Successful didn't say anything for that.
He said...
David de
so I don't
Guzman
know.
asked that. I love driving more than flying, but there's a ratio.
I'm like 12 hours away.
And flying's like 4.
Yeah.
So-
I drove once to them, down to Jesse at Quackalope in February, and it started snowing halfway through New York, and I was 6 hours from home and 6 hours from them, and it took me 15 hours in total to drive there, and it was scary driving through the snow. I hated it.
I have to address a comment a little out of order. Renato said 35 is not divisible by 9. That part I knew. Not to defend myself, math is horrible. I was saying 27 is divisible by 9, and then for some reason I jumped to 35. I was like,
You're
and that's
trying
divisible. No, I knew that part. That part I was right. Okay. Also, everything's divisible by 9, assuming you don't need whole numbers.
Successful. Some birthdays are hard, and give yourself a break too. That like you have a birthday after a major pandemic, and I feel like a lot of birthdays after the pandemic have also been like, you just got a lot going on. Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
This is a good question for you, Meg. The Miracle. What does Meg think about the new 1 D&D info?
I haven't looked enough into it. I don't know. I heard about it announced. I saw a little bit of like the video that they did, but I can't tell you what I think yet. I think it's really interesting. I think it's also interesting that they're calling it 1 D&D. I don't love that. It makes sense.
Makes it sound like a tech launch.
Yeah.
We have now announced 1 D&D.
Yeah.
And it comes with its own unique charging port that is not compatible with any other device.
It sounds like
That was funny.
when they named
that was
Xbox.
funny. I'm sorry.
Well,
That was funny.
You were
I
so
want-
funny.
I
Oh
want
my
credit.
god.
Thank you.
I laughed so hard. Like Xbox One, I hated that name as well because everyone was calling it Xbone. So 1 D&D I don't love, but apart from that, I think it's really interesting what they're trying to do.
Yogi Bear, can Alex's math teacher make themselves known in chat? I am great at all the maths. Donkey Torn, when are you guys getting War of the Ring to the table? When are you getting War of the Ring to the table? So fun fact.
I think it's only 2-player, right?
It
but
is.
We could be a team.
We could. Oh no, we could do a team, but I was just gonna say we should actually play it without Devin and piss him off.
No, come
Oh,
on.
him, you're nice too. Okay. Successful Geek, I want Robomon even though I shouldn't. I feel like Meg would instant back it. Have you seen Robomon?
No.
It's on GameFound right now, and it is a Pokemon adjacent styling of a game. It's not Pokemon.
I'd have to look at it because I'm one of those people that's like, if it's not it but looks like it, it might hurt my heart.
I love board games, but also adore miniature war games like Relic Blade, Lord of the Rings strategy game, or Star Wars Legion. Do you play miniature war games at all? I played Warhammer back in the day. I don't really play miniature games past that.
Yeah, same. I've played Warhammer. I also had the Star Wars game, and I got rid of it. That's one of the only games I got rid of.
Nick, curse you, Alex, and I want Primal. I make no apologies. Yeah. Primal's fantastic.
How much is it?
It's not cheap.
Bad.
It's like $200
okay.
minimum.
Okay.
Minimum.
Okay.
200 to 300. Lotus Moon, I'm so happy to know Professor Meg and Josh are Chrono Trigger fans. We'll love a board game based on this if only it would have happened.
Yeah. We'll see.
Brian Winston, when you get past 150 games, good isn't good enough to get a place on your shelves. Yeah, that's where I am. I generally think, like, I review a lot of games, and a lot of games are totally fine. I'm like, this is great, 3.5, really enjoyed it. Those all leave.
Yeah.
The 3.5s almost all leave unless somebody else wanted it. Yeah, you should go to games.
This is gonna happen. I have over 200 games, and honestly, I probably have over 250 now. Honestly, even more because you've sent some to my house.
Yeah.
But I have never gotten rid of a game. I said that and then I got rid of Star Wars, but I gave that to someone. If I let people borrow stuff, I kind of don't think it's going to come back. But, like, my Robin Hood is also gone. But I need to. I'm at the point where things are going to go up in the attic or something. I have to get rid of my used exit games and my prototypes.
Yeah, we have Sean Marks. Iridia would be a phenomenal system for Legend of Zelda. Sean Marks, you are correct. Iridia does feel very... You should play... You will like Iridia. What?
I just want to play everything.
You should play Iridia. We'll get that happening. I have a copy coming at some point. Daniel Stowe, hi
Alexander,
Alex.
did I call you Alexander?
Did you?
I don't know,
Did
did I?
I don't know. Daniel, Alex, do you think Zombicide is worth buying to mainly play solo? I love the end. So I haven't played Zombicide solo yet, but you are controlling 6 characters, which to me just feels like maintenance. It's doable. Yeah. It just feels like work at a certain point. I would not play Zombicide solo.
Gloomhaven. And if you want to play Gloomhaven, play Jaws of the Lion. It's cheaper.
And playing 2 characters in Gloomhaven feels manageable.
Yeah.
Chip Theory Games. Zelda would be amazing, but we've heard through some of the folks who helped us secure Elder Scrolls, and Nintendo is really tough to work with.
Yeah.
Maybe not difficult, but very particular.
Yeah, I don't disagree, I'm sure. They're very protective. I've worked for CPI and done stuff with them, and they are very tricky.
Sep, thoughts on Tenaris Adventures? That's another game that I'm going to be like, Meg, we should play Tenaris Adventures, and we'll never get to, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Steven Schreiber, I would buy business card chips, Chip Theory Games. Yeah, these are insane. I'm sorry, I'm biased forever. Successful Geek, God, I love Vindication so much. Yes, Successful Vindication was great. Meg liked it and would be willing to play it again, but she's not yet in love.
Yeah.
Maybe Unsella will push you over.
But I did love beating you.
Yeah, that was Brian Winston, Alex, I mean this gently. She means she normally wins against people who math properly.
That is fair.
She checks all my math, to be very clear.
Usually wrong.
She's not accusing me of cheating. She's accusing me
I
of...
even help you, though, because sometimes you don't give yourself points for things. Like, I love upkeep, so...
Successful Geek, TSA is at pre is a fantastic investment if you travel much.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Brian Winston, I thought every board game content creator lived in Ohio, so we're trying to make Ohio the place where they all move to. Right now, California has a lot, by the way. California has a lot of them, but then...
And Florida.
Yeah, and Florida has a lot. California, Florida, and we're trying to make Ohio like the third mecca of board games, just because I'm not moving, so I want people to come here.
I would rather go to Florida or California, though.
Well, one thing at a time. Successful Geek, and you throw dice in a dexterity way to capture... Oh, so Robomon plays like the old Game Boy games, and you throw dice in a dexterity way to capture the Robomon. Don't know.
Dice and dexterity, that sounds like now I do need to look, but...
We are almost done it for the record. We have a few questions, then we're going to kind of wrap this up. Steven Schreiber, my son's getting obsessed with Pokemon. What advice do you have for starting a collection? How to identify the card I might want to get a top loader for? I know nothing about Pokemon, unfortunately.
So... I suggest sleeving everything because even their foil cards can get scratched pretty easily if you're doing it for the collection aspect. If he's doing it just to learn, like to actually play the game, you don't have to protect the cards, but I would sleeve everything. There's a great website called Troll and Toad. It's trollandtoad.com.
Way back in the day. I know this because I used to sell Magic the Gathering online.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
I think so because we talked about how we would sell cards.
Yeah.
So that's a great website just to see the value of cards because there are a lot that are going to be very shiny and rainbowy and they're like $1. So they're not a big deal. I would say the bigger thing to keep an eye out for is when people are trading, especially like kids at school and stuff like that it can get tricky. I mean, but like also a lot of kids don't hold on to it. So it's like, who cares? You know, if you make up one bad trade, I don't know. It's up to you. But I would definitely look there because some cards could be like $100, $200, especially if it's from a new set.
Yeah.
I would also say if you go on the Pokemon website, look into organized play. There are things called leagues, which isn't a tournament. It's just you come and play. So there are people that could teach them how to play. There'll be friends to play with, people to trade with that will like know a little bit more about what's going on. So definitely look into your local leagues. They give like free rewards too for how many games you play. You get like a couple free promos and stuff. I would look into that. It's probably a great resource that you just don't know is in your area.
Brian Winston, Clutches Pearls, never gotten rid of a game?
Yeah, I have my exit games. I got prototypes on prototypes. I got games I don't even like.
In theory, at some point I'm going to do a video where she gets rid of a bunch of games.
Yeah.
We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
That's done. Successful Geek, ship through games. ESO is my second favorite MMO, so really hyped for your game. Guild Wars 2 is my favorite. Guild Wars 2 is so good. I love it. That's not true. Guild Wars is so good. Guild Wars 2 is very good. Guild Wars 1 is the best for me. Stephen Reynolds, Canada has a lot of content providers. Yes, it does, but Canada's a whole country. In all the various
the
places.
United States also has a lot of content creators.
Gregory Joyce, for both of you, when you play board games, do you play music, ambient music, etc.? I generally, when I'm playing a game, the more epic it is, the more likely I am to throw something on in the background. Like, for instance, I like the Thor 3 soundtrack for Ragnarok is my go-to for when I'm playing Blood Rage. But there's a lot of, like, I'll throw on Pirates of the Caribbean when I'm playing Rum and Bones. I'll throw on songs and music and soundtracks when I remember, but sometimes I don't remember. So I'd say probably half the time.
And I actually have a TV in my game room that I love watching. I'll put on something that I already know and have that play in the background. That one of my all-time favorites is playing the Lord of the Rings series, like 1, 2, and 3. While playing Gloomhaven. That's like my perfect pairing. Sometimes I'll watch Game of Thrones again while playing Gloomhaven, but the Two Towers in Lord of the Rings, when Gandalf comes up and he has the Rohirrim with him and he's saving the day and the sun comes up behind him, it's just so good. It's so good.
I'm going to answer this last question, and we'll call it because we are over the 11:30, which is already over everything. Brian Winston, even Jesse got rid of some games, Meg, so we can't let Jesse win. So, for context here, Jesse and Meg, Jesse is what gives me hope for Meg. Because when I met Jesse, he insisted for a long time he doesn't get rid of games. Like, if I got rid of games, then where does it stop? I'll just get rid of half the games because I don't even care. Like, I love certain games, and the rest I'll just get rid of. And I was like, that's fine. You keep getting games in, they have to go away. It's a math problem.
So
he swore up and down for like 6 months that he would not get rid of games.
So picture this, guys, like somewhere up in Vermont, like maybe in Stowe, somewhere beautiful, a board game museum that has a bunch of board games like across the years that my collection started in like 2010, that I have so many, and even my exit games, I was like, that could be like on a corkboard display case with like all the things of like, this is what exit games were like. Someday I will have a museum.
So I'm just putting my mirror in place. This is for shoot when I stream.
See myself now.
You can see yourself? That's awkward. It's supposed to be, I have a mirror for when I stream, so that way I can see which camera's on. It's a complicated thing. It's low-fi and it works, though. But that's basically everything. So we're going to go ahead and call this the moment.
Hey, Bryce!
Oh, Bryce showed up. Hey, Bryce, how's it going? We're going to go ahead and call this for right now. Meg will get rid of games someday. I'll be around when that happens and make sure to film it at the time.
I think we should answer this. T2 said, any gameplay of Victorum coming up. I don't know if you'll have gameplay on the channel.
We could, in theory, if you want to.
But if you do want to check out on our Twitch page, because we said this in the beginning, but twitch.tv/camp_co-op. We played it last night. We'll play it again tonight at 8:30. So if you want to check out live play, you can turn, or maybe 9.
8:30 or 9. Try aim for 8:30, and if we're not there at 9.
And then you'll be able to do this again and ask questions as we're playing and talk to us.
Yeah. But yeah, point is we're playing it. We're playing a lot of it.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and call this wraps. I'm going to head over there to press the end stream button while Meg carries the next 20 seconds.
The big red button. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I won't be here next week.